Okay, here we are. All right, so we are live, and I just want to welcome everyone here. So my name is Dixie Bennett, and one of the topics as of late has been around, just feeling empty, feeling depleted in relationships, especially now. We've just gone past Valentine's Day. Everyone, people have come in, and we've had conversations about I'm just not feeling loved. So-and-so's my partner or my friends are not showing me the love the way that I want to be shown. When in fact they're actually lavishing them in love. And when we don't love ourselves, we can't often recognize the love that is actually out there. So we need to ask ourselves, what is it really that my soul is craving? What is it that I am looking for? What is it that I need in this moment that maybe I'm not hearing, sensing, knowing, or seeing? And it always really comes back to us. So it's so important when we're looking outside of ourselves to really come back and learn to look inside of ourselves. So I want to share with you guys today a little bit of a meditation around just how to fill yourself up, how to fill up your energy. The other piece to this is not just in love relationships, but also in our relationship with ourselves. For those of us who are doing events or doing live events, attending events, or even just hosting events. I've had this conversation a lot too with many of my leaders, where they feel depleted or emptied and they need a crane to literally pull them out of bed. Or they felt great the first day, the second day, they really felt like they took on some other energy that really didn't feel like theirs. So that ties into the empathic way. So each one of us are empathic, but there's different stages of empathy. So we want to be in a healthy state where we can actually differentiate what is ours and what is somebody else's. And when we can differentiate that, we can actually move it through our body in a really powerful way. And to be fully energized. So that when you are going forward, we don't need these days and days and days of recovery. And so that we're just wholly here as ourselves. So I thought I'd share this meditation. It's one of my absolute favorites. Because when we really look at ourselves, it's about how do we fill up our energy from the inside out, and how do we tap in? And it's more than some people have said, well, I can't always use sprays or I can't always use essential oils to help me. Those are all the external pieces, but what we actually want to tap into is our own powerful energy and way of being. So when I call it the cinnamon center, right? So when we think of I'm going to use a couple analogies here. The first one I love to use is the cinnamon bun, right? So everybody loves a cinnamon bun. Who doesn't love a cinnamon bun? And so when it's all made up, it's like there's butter and there's cinnamon and there's nuts and there's all these different pieces that are there, and the sugar. And when everything gets all put together in the center, you roll it up, you cut it into pieces, you put it in this beautiful pan, and as it bakes, all this bubbling, all the butter and the sugar and everything actually comes to the top and around and settles on the bottom, but it comes up and over the top, so it gives us a beautiful glaze. But then everybody wants to go in and scrape the bottom, right? How many people actually throw away the bottom of the cinnamon pan? They're usually scraping it out and putting it on a separate plate, or, people are right behind. It's like, oh, can I lick out? Can I lick out the bowl? And that's what we want, is we want to be that juicy, delicious cinnamon center, that overflow that people want to be able to tap into. And so when we're not depleted, we're actually filled up. And that's what people want to lap up more of that. So we're coming from that more centered and grounded space. The other analogy I like to use is the lotus. So the lotus flower, if you are familiar with it, actually kind of grows in the dirt, the sludge. It grows underwater. And then it comes up and it blooms on top of the water. So if we look at our energy centers, we have the roots, the earth, and then we have the water, which is the roots are nutrition, but also the water, and then the air, right? So the sunlight above. So we need all of it. We need the darkness, we need the light, we need the water, we need the air, and we need the sunlight in order for us to be whole and for us to flourish. And the other piece of the lotus is, during the daytime, it actually comes up. It comes and blooms at the top of the water. At nighttime, it actually cocoons itself and comes back in. So it's kind of like how I describe our energy centers. So when I look at body work, energy work, so I am a Reiki master and teacher, I'm also a cranial sacral therapist, we're tapping into both the energy centers and the cerebral spinal fluid flow. So we want to be able to build in our chi. We want to build it out from the inside out. And so the cerebral spinal fluid flow actually comes up from the front of the spine, around the brain, and back down. And actually we call it flexion and extension. So kind of like the lotus flower, it's like this opening up to the light, and then it's closing and cocooning. And we want to be in that ebb and flow energy, which is so, so important to our longevity, our way of being. It's flushing and balancing our nervous system. But when we look at the chakra system, we have lots of energy, we have belief systems, we have lots of energy blockages or energy leaks, we might call them. And so there's all this sludge and all this stuff that's kind of blocked up in the energy centers of the body, which tie right into our emotional, physical, mental, spiritual, and beyond. So there's actually seven energy bodies, just as there are 7 energy chakras. And so just to give you a little bit of background, so it's so important that we can actually manage our own chi, if you will, our own energy within ourselves, so that we feel topped up, so that we feel fueled and ready to go and be able to take on anything that life puts to us. When we're not grounded, we're not really in our bodies. And so I've been seeing a lot of people, especially with ice, people are slipping and falling, right? But there's also something more. It's like, what, are we too busy rushing or too busy hurrying? So I want to take you through a really beautiful meditation today of just really anchoring and grounding into you. It's something I use on a daily basis. I use it when I'm speaking. I use it whenever I'm doing an event or leading a retreat, because it helps me to really anchor in and just be myself and know that my energy is full up, so that everybody around me is actually getting that energy flow. So you can try this for yourself. We're just going to take a few moments. So I'm inviting you to just settle into your chair, settle into your space. I invite you to put your feet flat on the ground. If you have shoes on, even just take your shoes off if you can, and just put your feet flat on the ground, because we really want to be connected. And just take this moment to just feel into your body. So I invite you just to close your eyes with me and put on a mindful smile, because we're smiling from the inside out, and we're just filling ourselves up with this delicious and juicy energy. So we're filling our soul cup, our love cup, our internal energy resources, so that we're tapping into our divine right of unlimited energy. And every single one of us has this. We don't have to be a spiritual person. We don't have to be a Reiki person or a Reiki master, or this is for anyone. So just follow along with me. So just close your eyes and just tap into your mindful smile. And just do a couple nice easy breaths, breathing in and exhaling. Just dropping your shoulders down from your ears, resting your hands on your lap. They can be up or down. Feeling fully supported in your chair, whether you're sitting or lying down. You can do this lying down as well. And I just invite you to just notice your breathing, notice the tensions in your body, just simply acknowledge them. You might feel them in your elbows or your jaw. So for you, I'm going to be talking, but as you're sitting there, I invite you just to put your tongue just to the roof of your mouth. So we're just actually connecting and creating a stronger connection in our chi. And just follow your breath, just breathing in and exhaling. You can even add in a color if you choose, any color, maybe it's pink. So breathing in pink, exhaling pink. Maybe it's green or red. And just simply focus on that color for a couple of breaths, just breathing it in. Inhaling pink, exhaling pink. Just letting your thoughts go. Dropping your jaw, just noticing the tension in your jaw, just dropping it down. Keeping your tongue connected to the roof of your mouth. And just being aware of your body, being aware of your breath. Slowing down. And just bring your awareness down to your feet. Just feel the feet on the ground. Maybe it's on the carpet. Maybe it's your warm socks or your slippers. or just the hardwood of the floor. Whatever that is for you, just simply notice. Notice the sensations, the coolness, the texture. Just fully bring your awareness down to your feet. We're just going to connect in, just bringing your sensations and awareness to your toes, just wiggle them. Good. So I invite you to visualize roots. So we're going to have roots growing deep into the center of Mother Earth, into Gaia, to the center of the core. Here you see this beautiful red ruby. Letting the roots grow easily and effortlessly, anchoring and wrapping around this beautiful red ruby. And I invite you just to notice. Notice in your body, does it feel secure? Do you feel solid? Do you feel anchored? Maybe there's just a sense of, maybe a sense of heaviness even. I invite you to bring your awareness to your tailbone. We're going to do the same thing. Just let a root grow from your tailbone down deep into the center of the earth. Growing easily and effortlessly, wrapping itself around that beautiful red ruby, anchoring itself in the center of Gaia, Mother Earth. Just feeling fully anchored and connected, feeling powerful. And I invite you just to try to lift your feet. Just notice. Do they feel solid? Do they feel connected? They should feel heavy. Even just tugging on your tailbone or on the tail. Just see if you can pull it up. You want it to feel really solid and really, really connected. So next, what I invite you to do is just bring your breath and your awareness down to the roots. We're going to inhale, bringing up that beautiful red energy from that big red ruby. We're just going to pull that energy with our breath. So inhaling gently, exhaling, and just bringing that beautiful red energy up through the feet into our body. It's almost like a liquid. So just bringing up through our knees, through our pelvis, our hips, up through the center, through our heart space, our throat, to the forehead, our arms, our shoulders, our hands, to the top of your head. And just being with that energy, just letting it seep into every cell, feeling the warmth of it, just wrap its deliciousness around your body, from the inside out. Letting it flow into every crevice, every opening, every cell. Just feeling connected. And just letting it flow, just noticing your breath, feeling fully connected. Simply allowing yourself to be fully present to this experience. Any thoughts or any memories or ideas, your to-do list, just let it go. Say thank you and come back to the task at hand. Just being fully present. So we've just connected you to earth energy. So we just want to just let ourselves be with this for just another moment. You can even focus on red. Now you're breathing in red and exhaling red, just being fully present. Good. And now I invite you to bring all of your awareness to the top of your head. It's like the lotus. So just visualize that lotus sitting on the top of your head, like a crown. So we're each sitting in our crown, fully open, fully connected to the energy above. And so we're just connecting out to source energy, to the cosmos, whatever you want to call it. And it's like connecting into the Big Dipper, where you're just going to see that Big Dipper pouring in. It's like a big spoon. So we're just pouring in all the energy of the stars and the cosmos. And it's like a beautiful white, shimmery, diamond-like energy. And we're just pouring that down through our crown. It's like that flower is just getting soaked in with the rain. So nurturing. And as we're pulling that in, we're bringing it down, down, down through the body. It's melding, so it's white connecting with the red, and we're creating this beautiful pink energy. And so as that pink energy is now coming down through your head, your face, your ears, your neck and shoulders, your arms, your hands, bringing it down through your heart space, through your chest, your abdomen, your hips, your knees, your feet. Just letting that wash through you, fully melding together. That red and white energy creating this delicious pink. And as the two meld together, just feeling so whole, so connected, as above, as below. So I invite you to focus your breath. We're actually going to bring our breath through our feet, up through the center of our body, out the top of the lotus flower, and around. So what we're going to create is this beautiful fountain of energy. So we're just going to breathe in, bringing the breath up through the center of our body, down through the crown, up through the crown, and around. Letting it just wash over you like this beautiful fountain. Letting all the excess energy come around you, coming back down to your feet. And we're going to breathe that in. Breathing it in through your center, breathing it out and exhaling, letting it fall down around you, coming back down to your feet on your next inhale. Breathing that energy up through the center of your body, bringing it around and out like a waterfall. Exhaling. So just breathe with that energy for a moment, just breathing it in, up through the center of the body, exhaling, bring it around and down through the body, or out the energy down to the feet. So what we've created is now this unlimited gas tank of energy. It's like the fountain, right? The fountain is always being full, is always flowing with water. And when we use the analogy of the fountain, it's like everything comes, animals come, nature comes, people come. It's a gathering place. And so when we can be centered and fully focused in our beingness, we can be that focal point for all those to gather around us. And they're just basking in the deliciousness that is us. We're just taking what they need instead of us feeling depleted. We can just give to them from that beautiful, full place. And this is a great exercise just to fill up your cup when you're feeling a little tired or a little bit depleted. And I just invite you to breathe with that energy for another moment, just being fully connected. Remembering your mindful smile, smiling from the inside out, activating the light within. Just being fully present to you, to your overflow, and just letting the energy move through you. This is a really great exercise to start your day. It's energizing. Anytime you need a break or just some quiet time, this is a really great exercise. So you can come back to this at any point in time. And I'd love to hear your experiences. And I always love to, hear how you feel or what transpired for you. Because when we come from this full place, this is where we attract abundance from. This is where we attract, we become magnetic for what we want more of. So when you're full, you're just attracting more of that like-minded thing or that exciting piece. Maybe it's clients, or maybe it's more money, or just more ideas, clear ideas that you can take clear action on. That just feels so right and so good to move forward with. So in order to come out of this meditation for yourself, and just invite you to do a couple of really deep breaths. So you're going to breathe deep from your toes, breathing all the way up, bringing that energy up, out through your crown, exhaling out the crown. And you're just going to wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing yourself back. Nice, easy breaths. We'll do 2 more breaths, deep in from your toes. Exhaling out your crown. And 1 more. Breathing in from your toes, deep breath. Exhaling out your crown. And then we're going to do the opposite. So we're going to breathe in through the crown, pulling your breath down, exhaling out your toes. 2 more. Breathing in, pulling it through the crown, down through the center, exhaling out your toes, fully being grounded and anchored back into your body, fully connected. Last time, breathing in through the crown, pulling the breath down, out your toes, exhaling. Good. Just another, just 2 nice, easy breaths. And open your eyes when you're ready. And I'd love to hear from you. I always love to ask for 3 words. So 3 words to describe your experience or how you feel, or just a sensation that you have in your body that maybe you didn't have before, something new, something exciting. And I always say, watch the abundant evidence that is ready to come your way, and just see what happens. So I'd love to hear your experiences. I'd love to hear your shares, and feel free to share this out with anyone you feel might need to experience this for themselves. So thank you for being present with me today, and thank you for being here.